The situation for domestic travel across the U.S. at the start of 2021 is something of a paradox. 5.3 million people have been vaccinated across the country, giving hope for a path back to travel normal. However, the number of daily deaths is still hitting records, a fallout from the inevitable Christmas and New Year social mixing, with a staggering 3,964 reported on the 6th of January. What's clear is that the winter that everyone foresaw is finally here, and the state-by-state breakdown of restrictions across the U.S. below offers insights to the overall picture. The following states do not currently have any statewide travel restrictions: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado. Pitkin County, however, requires a negative PCR test within 72 hours of arrival in ski resorts Aspen and Snowmass, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, although visitors to the 7 Indian reservations should check Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, although the state suggests checking at local destinations, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, although some roads through Native American reservations are closed, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming. These are Alaska, California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, Washington State, and Wisconsin. Washington, D.C. also has travel restrictions. All non-Alaskan residents must do one of 3 things. Alaskan residents, upon returning from other states, can choose from the same 3 options, but the COVID-19 test is free, or they can choose to not take the test and quarantine for 14 days. The state advocates a second optional COVID-19 test for everyone, between 5 to 14 days after arrival. All travelers must practice social distancing for 5 days after arrival, even with a negative test result. Governor Gavin Newsom said he was pulling the emergency brake, and all non-essential travel is effectively prohibited except north of Sonoma County, and hotels may only accept arrivals from out of state if they reside for longer than 14 days in quarantine. There are regional stay-at-home orders in place which vary across the state. For example, San Francisco has a mandatory 10-day quarantine for people arriving from outside the 9-county Bay Area region. In Los Angeles City, all travelers over the age of 16 who are entering from another state or country must submit this online form, acknowledging that they understand and will abide by the LA County Department of Public Health's travel requirement, and understand the state of California's travel advisory. The same form must be filled in when arriving into an airport or Union Station. Travelers arriving into Connecticut must quarantine for 10 days except if arriving from New Jersey, New York, or Rhode Island.